Bring in New York City Councilmember Vickie Paladino. $7 billion sound right to you?
Oh, yes. We've been talking about that number now for months and months and months. It started first at 4.6 and then it went up to 6.2 and now it's 7 billion. This is a very real number. Yes, absolutely.
All right. And what do you think that the chances are? Let me just show the spending on asylum seekers here for everyone to look at. Just Nate had talked about it, but just when you look at the numbers on the board and you think about what taxpayers in New York are already paying for and the services that have been depleted because of this crisis as well, the money that we need to be spending doesn't feel like it should be on this, but what's the next step? Do you get the sense, or do you have any reports that people who are here illegally are trying to get out, or that even ICE is being able to move them?
At this point in time, I think everybody went into hiding, anybody who's illegal. But let's stay on subject. On point. When we talk about these illegals and $59 million coming from FEMA for emergency services, this is a misappropriation of funds, as Mike just stated in that segment he just said. But here's my point. Here's the rub. The people in North Carolina were ignored. And back right before the holiday, I put out a tweet that went like this. Unknowing about FEMA at the time, of course, wouldn't it be nice if we were able to take these people who are freezing to death in North Carolina and house them in our hotels? But no, we're busy housing illegal migrants. Now, the rub to this is FEMA's paying for it instead of it going to North Carolina, right, where it should have been going.
Vickie, let me stop you there because we had a North Carolina couple on Fox and Friends this morning talking about that very thing. Watch here.
It is absolutely infuriating to see millions and millions of dollars going to someone that doesn't have a social security number, did not pay taxes, is not an American citizen, getting all of this money to go live in a luxury hotel in New York when people we're working with can't even get the bare minimum from FEMA. It's crazy.
It's so messed up. You know, there's so much bureaucracy in the mix that you're going to be homeless. And that's just unacceptable.
Vickie, President Trump has only been in office for about 3.5 weeks. Have you noticed any differences yet?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at this. They're taking a wrecking ball and they're doing what they said they were going to do, which you're watching here, Democrats' heads exploding. Remember, Chuck Schumer is our senator from New York State. They're losing their minds. Keep going. Let's keep exposing this. These migrants, these illegals that are here will get out. They will be forced out because they're here illegally. But this.
Before we run out of time, I do want to ask you about this. President Trump's Department of Justice has said that it's recommending that the charges against Mayor Eric Adams be dropped. Lauren Green caught up with the mayor yesterday. Watch.
We were just notified of the possibility that DOJ is communicating with the local U.S. Attorney's office here, and we're going to find out more information. I don't have much now, and I'm going to reach out to my attorney. As I'm sitting here, calls are coming through, but we're looking to find out what's going on.
Trump's Justice Department saying this: it cannot be ignored that Mayor Adams criticized the prior administration's immigration policies before the charges were filed. Any comment from you on this?
Well, once again, we said back then, as soon as he went down to Washington and he actually started to make his stands, that he is against what's going on and that that it falls at Biden's doorstep with what we've got coming into New York. And I think ultimately, you know, this mayor is rethinking what he already knew but spoke out loud now. He felt safer with Trump in office. Remember, here in New York, he is disdained by his Democrat Party. He is disdained for standing up for anything that was middle or common ground. So as soon as he tried to do something, they knocked him down. I kind of expected this. I thought it was going to go this way, but I thought it was going to be dismissed, not dropped. We'll have to see. Eric Adams owes it to the people of New York now, the fired teachers, our police, our first responders that will let go. So let's do a little payback here, Mayor Eric Adams. Let's get our people that were fired for not getting vaccinated, putting them back to work. You owe it to them. Thank you.
Vickie Paladino, thanks for being with us this morning.